Today, I will be discussing Kennedy versus U.S. Court Citation number 2016-1512. Mr. Kennedy, the plaintiff, was a student enrolled in the NROTC program at George Washington University, and he was there on scholarship. While attending a required training at Quantico, it was determined that over break, he had become emotionally unstable and was recommended for disenrollment from the program without opportunity to return. Mr. Kennedy was unable to attend his PRB court or hearing, which ultimately caused him to be removed. In the process, it required him to pay back all monies paid for while on scholarship and to pay back the rest of his time at GWU. The issue is if the student's right to due processing was violated, among other rights, by the fact that he was unable to argue his case at the hearing about his disenrollment from the program. The ruling cites both the 5th and 14th Amendment, as both guarantee a citizen's right to due process. Amendment 14, Section 1, says, "Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law." In 1975, Supreme Court Judge Henry E. Friendly wrote Some Kind of Hearing, which is a detailed list of basic due process rights which are relative and still used today. The court ultimately decided that by the fact that Mr. Kennedy was unable to argue his case, his right to due processing was violated. And while he was required to pay back the rest of his time at GWU, George Washington University, he was reimbursed all monies that he paid back for tuition while in the program. And while the hearing board that heard his case while in the program that decided his fate was unable to hear his case, he was able to go before a panel and argue his points so that he was finally able to argue his case. In conclusion, the student's rights to due processing was violated by the fact that he was unable to be at his hearing, which decided his fate among the program. Had he been able to argue his case at the hearing, it may not have changed anything, but it would have allowed his rights to due processing be fully recognized.